Hey, homeschooling families, this is Janet from Cabinet Homeschool Resource Center, and today I have a treat for you guys. I'm here with my friend Mary Jo Stewart, and Mary Jo and we know each other back from like 2008 when our children used to do Mozart together, probably from
Yeah,
28 to 2012, more or less. I don't remember all the way.
yeah.
Well, it turns out that Mary Jo has written an amazing math program. She is the creator of SuperFlash Math. So Mary Jo is going to be having a workshop here at Cabinet next week. She's going to have two workshops. So Mary Jo, could you please tell me a little bit about yourself and also a little bit about SuperFlash Math?
Sure. Well, I've been tutoring for
Mm-hmm.
more than 35 years, and I also homeschooled my girls
Yes.
and did some Spanish teaching at a school, at a private school. Um, anyway, all during all these years of tutoring,
Mm-hmm.
especially math, I noticed that it was very frustrating for kids and their parents
Mm-hmm.
when they didn't know the math facts
Yeah.
quickly, easily, caused so much frustration and strain. And so God gave me a lot of great ways to teach it. And then I've been putting it in books and in this the workshops that I'm going to be
Mm-hmm.
doing next week.
That's amazing. We do meet families that come here to cabinets and they do sometimes talk, my kid doesn't know the math facts well. Or
Mm-hmm.
sometimes when I start asking them because a particular curriculum is not working, and then
Mm-hmm.
the root of the problem is the facts. They
Mm-hmm.
haven't learned their math facts. So if your family is in that situation, check out most definitely the links that we're putting in the description of this this Facebook Live, because this might be the workshop for you. Mary Jo is amazing. I have seen her talk to parents and explain her systems, and as she explains it, the light bulb goes off, and families do enjoy saying, "Oh, wow, this is a nice system." So,
Yes.
so we're gonna talk about the workshops. So, who is the multiplication workshop for?
Well, multiplication workshop is for kids that are 10 and older, just because by that age they've been taught the concept and they've already tried, usually by that age, they've already
Mm-hmm.
tried to commit them to memory. And it's for kids who just don't have them all or just having a
Yeah.
problem recalling them quickly.
Yeah. And it is really important to be able to recall your multiplication facts quickly because otherwise it's frustrating. You have
It's frustrating, yes.
yes, you have other things that you need to do after that and
Mm-hmm.
you get stuck and the kids get tired. I mean,
They
it's
do.
not only mental, it makes them physically tired
Yeah.
too. Yeah, that is really important. So how about the addition workshop? Who is that for?
Okay, similar. It's for kids that are 8 and older because usually
Mm-hmm.
by then they've been taught the concept of addition, and but some of them just don't stick.
Mm-hmm.
Like 8 plus 5, a lot of kids don't know that one. A lot of adults don't know that one.
Mm-hmm.
It's just helpful if they can learn some strategies, why it's logical, why their answer is
Mm-hmm.
logical, and then apply that strategy. Once they practice with what their new knowledge is, then after that, they don't even have to apply the strategy anymore. They just have it. They just
That's
have it in their
great.
brain.
I love it. I love it. And again, this brings confidence to the kids because
Yes.
sometimes the kids are learning in different stages and in different ways, different personalities. I have one of my kids who was an early learner, and the other one, her personality was younger than her age,
Mm-hmm.
and she basically caught up with her maturity level probably in the early teenagers,
Mm-hmm.
but like up to age 12, 13, teenage years, up to age 12 or 13, she most definitely was younger than her age. So sometimes she would feel stupid And that's a horrible thing for kids
It's
to
horrible,
feel.
and it's not
So
true.
it is not true. So it's really important to tell your kids you are where you are and you're not behind. You're learning what you need to learn. And if there's something that you need to learn, you
Yeah.
learn it now. And for people that need help with their addition facts and their multiplication facts for students, this is the perfect opportunity to have a non-judgmental, super encouraging. And Mary
Yeah.
Jo does love math. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I hear so many things that I actually forget exactly how the system works, but I do remember how the parents reacted when they learned how it works. And that was impactful to me because it shows that there is a great system for kids like my youngest daughter that are
Mm-hmm.
not learning at that traditional age, which is not behind, it's just where they are. Okie dokie. So, talking about that, why do the workshops work?
Well, on that subject, something that I thought of
Mhm.
while you were talking
Mhm.
is that confidence is so important. And during my workshops or tutoring, when I've taught them a concept, I will I'll review it with them. I'll have them practice,
Mhm.
and then I'll come back to it later, and I'll say, "Don't worry. I want you to say this. I know this, but why?" And then you're telling your brain, I do know this. And so instead of panicking, you give yourself the boost of saying, well, I do know this, but why? Oh, why? Oh, because we learned how to do our 12s. That's why I know it. And so then that confidence really helps. It helps so much.
Mhm.
And when you are panicking and worried, then it's hard. You it's just hard to come up with an answer even if you've known it for years.
Yeah, that is very, very true. Um, can I know our workshops are coming up really soon. They're coming up next week.
Yes.
So you still have openings. Can people still register?
Yes.
That's amazing.
You can still register. If you could,
There we go. I'll
if
hold
you
it for
could
you.
email me at
Mhm.
superflashmath@gmail.com
Mhm.
and just let me know which workshop or if you're interested in both, and then tell me your child's name and age. And then I'll get back with you with the final details.
Yes, and I do believe I added the link to Mary Jo's website in the description. So this flyer should be in her workshop somewhere in her website, correct?
Yes.
So you'll have this exact same information with the dates and everything
Mhm.
available on her workshop to be able to see. Well, I am very excited to have Mary Jo here and very excited she's going to be here at Covenant. So you get to meet her in person and and your kids will have an amazing experience because I do remember Mary Jo is very encouraging and patient and that confidence. You know, kids sometimes come really, really insecure, you know, but that's okay. Just let them know it's okay. There's some things that they know, they're just not remembering everything. And with the system and with Mary Jo's assistance,
Yeah.
they're gonna become confident that they can
Mhm.
learn the rest of their facts.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. Okay, so do you have anything to help the parents introduce and teach beginning addition and multiplication to their kids?
I do.
Okay.
So, you know how the workshops are for kids that have already been introduced to those subjects? Well, multiplication, I have this book that you can start from the very beginning with your kids.
I'll be the model.
And it goes from the very beginning concepts and how you're adding on another, say, set of 4. So if you're doing your 4s and you know what 4 is, and then you know 4 plus 4, and then page by page, each fact has its own page, and it's very simply laid out. I'll show you an example page. So let's say you're working on your 6s. So it's very simple. They'll see that they've added 6 to all these other ones, and so finally the one that we're on, we add 6 to it, and then we get our final answer. And then here we do a fact attack box, and it's just 6 attacks. This fact right here is 8 times 6. So in this box, they're going to attack 8 times 6 is the same as 6 times 8. we're going to leave a blank. 8 times what is 48, etc. And they're even going to do division in here.
That sounds great. Fact attack. I like
Yeah.
that. Okay, seeing these pages reminds me how I love color. You know, when I grew up in Peru, we did not have workbooks. So when I came here and I saw color, I'm like, color, color, color. But then I learned that there is value in having black and white. It's less distracting. It's better for kids that have a hard time concentrating. It's good for kids with dyslexia because it's easier to track. And there's a lot of curriculum that are going black and white. You know, Math You See, Easy Grammar.
Wow.
And there's some other ones that are really well known, and they choose the black and white on purpose because it is just sometimes better. I still like color, but there's a great logic for the black and white and the spacing too. Sometimes there's a lot of information crammed. This is nice and spaced out. So that is actually a really good thing.
And all my books are designed so that you can cover it with the plastic overlay, and
nice.
you use a dry erase marker, and then it's infinitely reusable.
Yeah, you can use it for all your kids. You don't have
All
to
your
make
kids.
copies.
Yeah.
And if a child, I remember one of my kids, the second one, the one that had the younger personality, once she learned something, she wanted to do it again and again and again because it made her feel good because she learned it. And so that way, if your child wants to do the same sheet again, he can do it, or she.
And here's your color.
So
it
I
gets,
love the color.
it gets you interested in it, and then you can dive in and do the very simple pages.
Yes,
And
yes.
in here there are quizzing sheets. It goes over division, and there's a quiz sheet on each number. So say you're nines, and so there's a quiz sheet on multiplication and division by nines to see how you're doing. And then if, let's say, you're just not quite getting 9 times 8, you can go back to the 9 times 8 page and do it a few times and over, like your daughter would do.
Yeah, exactly. That sounds wonderful. So the workshop is mainly for children. They can be dropped off, but can the parents stay if they want to stay and learn the system?
Sure.
Oh, great.
Parents can stay if they want, or they can leave, whichever one they want.
That's right. So you could have some time for yourself. There's a Starbucks not far from here, and there's some other stores. Or you could come here to our bookstore where we're actually doing the resource center and just have be in homeschool mom heaven. Just books all around you.
I agree. This is one of my favorite places to shop
Yes.
and browse for hours. It's very fun.
Yeah, people are totally welcome just to look around and get ideas and then go home and let the ideas settle and come back later and so on. Anyway, is there anything else that we missed that you would like to tell our families?
Is it okay? Do we have time to review some of the books?
Well, let's just,
Real quick.
I say, maybe like a minute or two more. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another book for multiplication is Fact Attack, and inside each page covers one fact. And so this page right here, this is 2 times 12, and then you attack it from every angle, even addition. So there's 12 twos all stacked up. It shows the concept, and there's a visual. There's a 2 times 12 and a 12 times 2 visual, and it does it for every fact up to 12 times 12.
Very nice. And when Mary Jo will do her presentation, the kids will know exactly how to attack those facts.
Yeah. This one's division flash sheet. So if they're just having trouble with their division, then this will help them with that. And then I have visual addition and subtraction, this book. This is good for beginners, the very beginning of learning what the concept of addition is.
So what age group would that be? Any age group or?
Anyone who's just barely
Just beginning. That's
yeah.
great.
So for instance, there's a 5-page, 5 turtles, and then they can learn that 2 plus 3 is 5 and 1 plus 4, and that those can be reversed. So the whole concept.
So another benefit about this being black and white on the inside is that the age doesn't matter. Sometimes when they color and they put a lot of pictures, it looks too young, and sometimes older kids or even adults, they feel a little embarrassed to use it. Well, this looks very natural, friendly for all ages.
Yeah, I did. I designed it that way on purpose so that even adults could use it and not feel demeaned.
That's great.
And then addition and subtraction flash sheets. It's just like quizzing your kids on adding 7 to something or subtracting 4 from ones. So subtracting 4 from 11, 21, 31. So any combination, something that was hard for them, you can drill it with this book. And then this is the book I'm using in the workshop for addition. And this one is available to purchase, and they can practice their facts in that and the different concepts and strategies. And this is very fun. This is games, addition and subtraction games.
Oh, games. Yay.
And they just match cards that make a certain sum. And then they also match the answer to subtraction. So they're learning addition, subtraction. They're games they can race against themselves or a friend. So all of that it's very fun. And during the multiplication workshop, there's also a workbook they're going to be working through. And they'll use this dry erase marker and erase. And sometimes I'll have them try a page again, and I'll have them time themselves. So they're going to each have a timer, and they can time themselves. And this is really good for confidence about being timed and not worrying so much about it and relaxing.
That's good.
So a lot of it's about relaxing, don't worry, and confidence.
Yeah, that sounds great. Okay, so Mary Jo's email it's in the description again of the video. If you have any questions or to register, all the information is in the description, and we look forward seeing you next week here at Cabinet. And email any questions to Mary Jo. Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
Bye, guys.
Bye.